starting a world that I want to stick with. Tried this a few times. As I said, I've tried this a few times, but always never really stuck with it that long. This time I'm thinking of treating it more as like a journaling thing. Because I should try journaling maybe in a similar way to like the way people on the old internet wrote blogs. Only I'm not really good at just typing stuff. I prefer to speak because yap a lot. Not while playing games for some reason. So, not really ever considered myself as potentially being good at being a gaming YouTuber. I know there are niches out there for like little to no commentary on gameplay, but never really felt like I wanted to do that kind of like niche. Yeah. So, starting out, cutting trees, that kind of stuff. Another shader option. Shaders. Where's... yeah, that looks alright. Yeah, I'm using fabulously optimized as a base for my mods, I guess you could say. Sun is getting a bit low. Yeah, I'm using fabulously optimized as a base and using a couple of different mods. I'm using vanilla tweaks. The shaders I'm using are Photon. I've added a few visual mods for this version of Minecraft. The sun is actually going down really fast. Just use my picky. Very quick panic house. But yeah, I've got mini HUD installed. I've got Lightmatica. I have World Edit and Axiom as well. However, due to the fact that this world is in survival, I can't really use either of those. But they're more for just messing around in vanilla creative. It's not really vanilla creative, is it? If I've got Axiom and World Edit on. But yeah, I've been playing a lot of modded, and I just wanted one that I could very easily. I wanted a world I could very easily take with me across different devices and times, I guess. Just like a simple vanilla world. I'm gonna have to modify this house when day breaks. It's a little bit nicer. This'll do for now. Another mod I need to add is mouse tweaks. Because that'll be incredibly useful. Here's just like a list of the resource packs I'm using. Using my own custom vanilla tweaks pack. Immersive interface, I'm still a little bit conflicted on because I really like the design and everything. Like, they've done a very good job with like the art for this resource pack. The thing is, though, I just feel like it might be a little bit too much for me. So I might only use it for this episode, if you can really call it that. But yeah, got work today done. So I should treat myself with some Minecraft. I would have been playing on the modded world I've been playing on, but the modded world is run off my little sister's computer, and it's currently having issues starting up. Most likely a power supply issue, although we haven't tested with another cable, but judging by the fact that it's getting enough power to start up sometimes, it's probably not a cable issue. I was considering making it a hardcore world, but I decided not to because I wanted to have fun. And while hardcore can be a pretty good challenge, I don't really want a world that could just disappear because I had a lapse in judgment and died. maybe I would feel more of a sense of accomplishment from a hardcore world, but yeah, not really. Think to do that. At least not today, anyway. But next, where am I? It's nice. Next order of business, I want to get myself furnace, some stone, but mainly coal, because I would very much love get some torches. That's coal, I'm pretty sure. It's hard to tell. That's a skeleton. I don't really like skeletons. Not a big fan of them. Not that they're like a bad mob. It's just they're very fast for some reason. Yeah. Before I started mostly playing modded, I would mostly play Bedrock because it was just easier to play with friends, but then couldn't really play modded that easily with friends, and so I was mainly playing by myself on Java. Or why not just mess around with mod packs and stuff? Okay. I know it sounds like I'm doing a lot of talking while playing, but believe me, this is an anomaly. The only reason I'm really doing this is because got some semblance of an audience. Goodness, you just all keep coming back for more. Wondering which mod is doing that. It's like I said, I'm using Fabulously Optimized as a base. Because it's pretty much just vanilla but more optimized. I hear people say that vanilla Minecraft has a issue with progression, and I got to agree. Like, if you want an example of really good progression in a sandbox game, Terraria is a great example of that. But yeah, there's like this large leap between like getting diamonds and endgame here. It's because I think it's because Minecraft hasn't really caught up with its original, like its original game design hasn't caught up with where it is in the modern age, I guess. I could be completely wrong about this, and it could be for some other reason. That is exact. Gonna need a hoe as well. Better than nothing. No. I think copper was probably an attempt to try and fix the progression issue. Or at least copper tools were. But they kind of just more padded out progression at the start. Because like, you don't need copper to progress to iron. It's kind of why most people skip over leather armor and just go straight to iron, because often it's more convenient to go and like mine iron from the start than it is to go find the cows that you need to kill in order to get the leather, and then craft that into armor, because cows aren't as bountiful as like leather armor would lead you to believe. In fact, I believe you're actually better getting the leather from horses than you are from cows. No idea where that skeleton is. Speaking of cows, It might be, it's either continuity or connected textures. I can't quite remember what the mod is called. That's doing the thing with the torches and the leaves, because whatever mod is doing it is also doing it with like grass and flowers. Let's plant some seeds. I've got to say though, I don't ever really get tired of this initial stage of Minecraft. I mean, it's always kind of a comfort to come back to it, in a way. But I've done the whole chop wood, punch tree, get wood, start pretty much for just about as long as I can remember at this point. I've been playing this game since I was in prep. I have a feeling though that for ages I was playing a version that my cousin questionably obtained for me. But I think that what he did was he downloaded it on my computer and logged in with his account and then logged out but kept it offline, because that's something that would have worked back in those days, because you know, not everything needs DRM, or not everything needed DRM, but for some reason companies be greedy and DRM is more common. And coming at the cost of performance. Yeah, now I'm just kind of clearing out an area for maybe to expand my house. I'm not sure. I just kind of want this area in front of the door to be a little bit flatter. Another one. My first encounter with a mob in this world was a creeper, like before I started recording, and it had just kind of come out of nowhere, and I think this one's come out of the same nowhere that the last one came from. Where are they coming? This looks like a good, like a perfect creeper spawning hole. But yeah, now that I've been playing for a bit, I've got a few mods in mind that I want to add. One of them being mouse tweaks. I can't remember what the name of the other one is, but I know what I'm after. It might be like inventory tweaks or something. And along with both of those, maybe free cam, but I'm not sure. I haven't even started recording with flashback. You know, this first episode, it probably isn't going to have a nice time-lapse thing, but hopefully a future episode will. Very, very humble beginnings, I guess. Next order of business is I need to gather some wool. Because if I can get some wool, I can get a bed, and if I can get a bed, I can sleep through the night, which is always nice. Yeah, good night. What was this stick doing? What's this? Is this a Lightmatica thing or a World Edit thing? Anyway, figure that out. A point, because I know I'm gonna wanna. Put some builds in. Pretty late at night right now, not just in like Minecraft, but like real life. Probably going to go to bed after I finish this recording. I'll edit it in the morning. This is actually quite a nice little beach section. Yes. Music finish. Then I think I'll end the recording because this is pretty much it's kind of all I wanted to do, just kind of present the premise of the series and just play some Minecraft. I think for the most part this series is going to be a much more low energy kind of series for people to just kind of throw on in the background and not really need to pay attention to very much. Hello. Oh. Maybe something people can listen to while they play games, or while they do stuff, work or whatever. What a chill vibe. I think you're the same one. Music's finished. I've just broken my shovel. I'm gonna finish up there. I think that's gonna be it for this episode. Not gonna record all the time while I'm playing. Because I tried that with Hightail and I got pretty burnt out pretty quick on like recording, because I was just doing it all the time and I felt the need to just constantly be commentating, but I just didn't have anything to commentate about constantly, so the recording's just kind of sitting there in another folder waiting to be edited together. It's like, I don't know, 6 hours, 8 hours in total of footage. Actually, it's probably closer to 4 hours total of footage, plus some extra that I could edit together. But yeah, I want to get some windows on this box so I can see out. Yeah, it's a little trick that pro-builders don't want you to know. Maybe not pro-builders, maybe Big Glass. Big Glass doesn't want you to know this one cool trick. No! 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 Okay. I said wanted a chill video, but that's a baby zombie. What are you gonna do? Anyway, I'm gonna end it there. See you next time, I guess.